Right, High Level 3 Extenders. This is the second podcast for FMP for Level 3 Media, and today I'm joined by Jacob Furnell, who completed the course last year and who produced a documentary for his for his FMP. So I thought it'd be really good for you to get an understanding of what Jacob did for his research and pre-production. So I'm just going to ask him a few questions and we're going to talk through what he did. And I thought that would help you when it comes to your planning and research. So, yeah, basically, Jacob, I mean, I think some of the guys have seen your documentary.
Yeah.
What exactly did you produce, just to remind people?
So I did a homeless documentary for a local organisation in town. So I just approached them. I've done one previously in just level 3,
Yeah.
but I felt like I needed to improve on it after watching it. So I contacted them in town and just asked if I could do a piece on them, really, so what they did and how they started. Just getting an overall view of what that company did.
Yeah, so what pre-production tasks did you do, and how important do you think that pre-production is when you're doing your FMP?
Yeah, pre-production was massive, mainly just because. So I did it on YouTube, most of it. I looked at past documentaries, but I watched mine again, and that was the thing that sort of made me want to do another one, just because I saw how much I could improve. There was a few BBC Three documentaries that I'd watched on there, but also looking at the comments on these videos, so seeing what people liked, what they disliked. So I was taking the good and bad from these other documentaries and sort of taking what people enjoyed and then tried to put it into mine, really.
Okay.
But pre-production was massive.
And how did you kind of record your pre-production stuff? What did you do?
Sort of, well, most of it was online. So it's just screen grabs of any key information that I could put on my WordPress. And then also just downloading some videos as well. And I've had some videos on my WordPress. But it was just trying to get some facts as well. So I was looking at a few statistics online.
Yeah.
Just so I could narrow it down as in what I wanted to do and how I could sort of target my specific audience that I was trying to target, essentially.
Sure. Okay. And yeah, how did you target your audience? So you had a select target audience for it being a homeless documentary for Birmingham. How did you decide on your target audience and who they were?
I gathered the information of mainly the amount of homeless people, sort of looking at the homeless people or the people who were volunteering and the age group. So it was around sort of 25 plus anyway. So 40, mainly people who would go out and volunteer and stuff like that. So that's sort of how I gathered it. But I wanted to try and get a few younger people in there as well. So when I went and actually filmed, I asked them if younger people could go and volunteer anyway. So I wanted to sort of broaden it, really. I didn't want to narrow it down just to a specific target audience. But it was pretty open, really, just because anyone could go and volunteer there. But I just wanted to make it hard hitting for the people who were more likely to go and volunteer, really.
Okay.
Because those are the people who want to get to.
Yeah, that you wanted to sort of get it to. That's cool. What was your final product like? Did it turn out how you expected it to? And why do you think you got a distinction?
Yeah, I think it did. There was a few things that I think I would still change now about it anyway. But I think the pre-production stuff was mainly probably the biggest reason as to why I got a distinction. Just because when I went there, I knew what I was going to shoot. So shooting to edit, essentially.
Okay.
So I knew what I wanted to film, who I was filming. So I felt quite organised, which gave me an advantage, I think. So I wasn't rushing around. I had quite a lot of time to edit then as well. I think just I I gave myself so much time. I could go and get pickup shots for like B-roll as well. So I think that was probably one of the biggest reasons I think I got a distinction. But I think just making sure you've got everything prepared really is probably the biggest thing like to get a distinction.
Okay, cool. And you said that you'd changed some things about it. What would you change now, looking back?
Just probably the way I shot it in some ways. So essentially, I could have probably done a few more like storyboards to see how I would have shot it. Just because like the room was quite tight anyway, so we didn't have that much room. So I would probably shoot it maybe a different angle or a different room because I shot both interviews in the same room, so it looked a bit like similar all the time, cut in between them. So I've changed that about it. But I think in terms of like my pre-production stuff, I don't think there's anything more I could have added to it really.
Cool. Okay, bro. And outside of, well, you're at uni now, aren't you? So what are you doing at uni, and what else are you doing outside of uni? Because I know you do a fair bit of like freelance stuff for a certain football team.
Yeah. I've done a few like freelance bits. So just like I've done a few like local things like for people. But then I started doing some filming for BMET. So that was filming games, stuff like that. And they're always open to like having people go there and record anyway. Then I took over like this Villa fan channel, and then that's done well. The Villa
Has it got like 4 subscribers now?
They're doing alright to be fair. And then they've done that for a bit. But then I got some like work experience at BBC and Blues as well. But that's been put on hold at the moment because of obviously what's happening. But yeah, and also going to uni, so that's media production. So it's very similar to like sort of what I was doing at college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had loads of opportunities from it, and it all came from that BMET documentary I did it at James Watt anyway. So I've had so much come of that anyway. So yeah, I've had loads of opportunities coming off the course really.
And do you think that's because of the course and the FMP, or
yeah? Because it gives you a chance to get out there and you get your name out there essentially, and people start to recognise you a little bit more. And if you're constantly uploading like high quality work, I think it only takes one person to notice it really, and it's sort of like a domino effect of people wanting to try and get you to do work for them really.
Brilliant. Okay, and any final sort of words of advice you'd give to the level 3 extendeds that are doing their FMPs now? Because bear in mind they're all kind of locked in now, so they're having to do all their pre-production and their research. What would you say as a sort of last bit of advice?
Probably just don't underestimate the importance of like pre-production, just because so much can be done on it. I think sometimes like it feels like it can get a bit like boring or like sluggish. But then when you actually go to filming, I think you understand how important it is. And if you don't do it, I think you can find yourself in a sort of not understanding where you are or what you actually really want to shoot.
Yeah, and sure.
You save yourself a lot of time editing there because you haven't got as many mistakes. But just making sure you stay on top of pre-production, really.
Brilliant. Fab. Well, thanks for your time.
No worries.
I hope your uni course gets back on track soon.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers for that, Jacob.